Namaste students and welcome you all in the RSV group of schools YouTube channel. So I am your teacher Binay Singh as we met in the last lecture. With that we are continuing similarly with the same chapter geography chapter 2nd class 8, that is land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife resources. We have already covered the topic land, soil. Okay, now we are moving with natural vegetation and wildlife. Here it is. Along with that, we will include water also in between. So, as I have already cleared the meaning of the word natural vegetation and wildlife. Natural means that vegetation cover which is grown naturally or itself by nature without the involvement of any human being. Right. And wildlife means the animal living in the jungles or in the forest. Okay, all those animals involve wildlife. Now, they exist in biosphere. The very first point mentioned here you can see is that they exist in biosphere. So, dear students, what do you mean by the word biosphere? Or we can say what is biosphere. Biosphere is the area. Biosphere is the place where variety of plant life including different herbs, different shrubs, different creepers, different trees, seasonal or whatever, flowering or fruits, whatever trees are there, they are kept, and especially the trees or the plants or the species of plants especially which are standing on the verge of extinction. वो प्लांट्स, वो ट्रीज जो एक्सटेंशन यानी कि विलुप्त होने की स्थिति पर खड़े हैं, उन्हें यहाँ इंक्लूड किया जाता है. Along with that, the biosphere reserves or the biosphere areas are the areas where wildlife also lives. Okay, this is the closed area. This is the area far away from the residential areas. Okay, so in the biosphere reserves, different varieties of wildlife, especially those ones who are going to be extinct or who are standing, we can say, on the verge of extinction, they are kept there. Number of researches, number of surveys are going on those plants and on those animals or bird species. Right. Now in that area, the animals living there, they find all the things. The proper resource of drinking water is also available there. Where? In biosphere, in biosphere reserves. Okay, so that the animal life living there need not to go anywhere outside in the search of drinking water. Okay, so the area, listen carefully, be concentrated when we are in the classroom, that when or the area particularly where the different varieties of plants, we can say for flora, okay, and fauna we are saying for animals. So different, almost all species of different flora and fauna are kept for their survival, for the researches. Okay, so in that area, just imagine where different variety of wildlife is there, variety of plant life, trees life is there. So the wildlife or the complete area, they are interdepending on each other. Maybe you have heard about the food chains. Yes, every animal is the food of different one. It moves from who? From producers, plants, then consumers, primary consumers, secondary consumers and tertiary consumers. So in this way the food chains moves on. Right. So similarly, in these areas, number of food chain combines because number of variety of wildlife is living there. So this area or the biospheric area, we can consider it as a complete ecosystem because they all are interdepending on each other. So which is our second point? Both of them are interrelated. Which? Natural vegetation and wildlife. Now here comes third point. Ecosystem. In the biosphere reserves, in the biospheric areas, we can find number of ecosystems. We can find number of food chains. Okay. So major ecosystems, major means what? When it moves from a producer then to consumer, primary, secondary, tertiary. can be there. Tundra regions, scrubs, etc. They are the point of natural ecosystems. Now children, we are moving to our next resource, that is again very important one, which is water. Water, we can call it H2O. What is water? It is a mixture or it is a combination of hydrogen and oxygen. Two molecules of hydrogen combines with one molecule of oxygen. This is the chemical formula of water. We have taken some aspect of science also. Okay. Now, as you all know children that 3/4 of the earth surface is covered with what? Yes, that is our topic, with water. If the total surface of the earth is 100%, so you can imagine its 3/4 part. See, suppose this is the earth. Okay, so this 3/4 part as this is the 1/4 and this is 3/4. 3/4 which? The complete shaded area. It is covered with our water. Not the complete water available here is not of our use. Okay. Only 1% water. How much? 1% water is of our use only, and rest is located or rested in the oceans in the form of salty water, on the hills, on the mountains, towards the northern India, that is Himalayan regions in the form of, yes, glaciers. So, water itself doesn't need any introduction. Okay, because water is very basic need of all living beings. Listen carefully, pay attention. I'm not saying human beings, I am saying all living beings. Okay, living beings, children, always includes those beings. First, who respire, who takes breath in and out. Second, who reproduce. Okay. Third, who moves, who walks. Okay, and who takes in food and excretes out. They all are living beings. Plants are considered as the producers. Okay. So, water is required for everything. It is required for irrigation, for the growing of crops. It is required by we human beings to drink. We are washing clothes. We are cleaning our utensils. And water is also used as coolant in nuclear furnaces and in vehicles also. So, it is used as coolant also. Water itself is having number of uses in it. Okay. But on the other side, as we all know that water is limited in the nature, which is of our use only 1%, we are using it in the uncurtailed, or we can say unsystematic manner. Okay, water is available in limited amount. If we will use water in the same way unsystematically, the one day it will be shortened for us, because water which is available, we the human beings, yes, the modern times, current times, on the one hand technology advancement is moving on, and on the other hand water is getting polluted. Industrial waste, on the one hand industries are increasing a lot. Okay, on the other hand the industrial waste, the chemicals and all the other toxic substances, it is drained directly to the nearby water resource. It may be a lake, it may be a river, it may be some like sea or ocean. Okay. On the other hand, we as population is increasing, to farmer have to use chemical fertilizers, manures, etc. Number of pesticides and number of medicines. Like, so at the time when the rain falls, all these chemicals get mixed or dissolved in the water and it reaches away towards the nearby irrigation resource. It may be a canal, it may be a sea. In this way water get polluted. Now, what we have to do? We have to consume water for the coming generation. Yes, we have to consume. Okay, so tidily so that it can be used for the irrigation. Okay, government have to plan some renewable measures so that water can be purified. आप लोगों को शायद ध्यान होगा, पढ़ा होगा आप लोगों ने that Ganga treatment plan. Government is planning, government is working on for the cleaning of Ganga. Ganga is a holy and sacred river. So children, with this are three topics: natural vegetation, wildlife and water. We have